Hi, I'm Eleanor from Refuge Design Workshop. In these videos, I invite you to see spaces through a designer's lens, to notice the details and choices that make a space not just beautiful, but truly livable. Today, we're taking a closer look at 5 bathrooms from House & Garden's June 2025 article, 113 bathroom ideas to inspire a refresh. I went through all 113 and I selected 5. And what drew me to these spaces is how each one challenges our assumptions about what a bathroom should look like. From unusual color combinations to bold mirror treatments, these designers show us that the most utilitarian room in your home can be a space of delight. Let's start with this bathroom designed by architect Jonathan Rhind and designer Nicola Harding. So the color story here catches my attention right away. A blue-green paired with soft petal pink, grounded by gray cabinetry and flooring. And then there's that gentle light blue bathtub. This tub is vintage, and then they painted the outside with a paint that is suitable for metal. You can find this. This is not hard to find. You can find this at your paint store. Just make sure you let them know that you need it to coat metal. The other thing that really caught my eye was the framed cabinet style of the vanity. So you don't see this much anymore because everyone has really shifted to a frameless design. And so there's something really honest and refreshing about seeing it here. So it's such a clear rejection of excess, and the priority here is kind of this calm, meditative quality. And in a bathroom where we perform all of these private daily rituals, this kind of visual quiet can feel like respite. This next bathroom, designed by Bodil Blain, for an old Victorian cottage, really surprised me, and I had to spend a moment really studying it. So those mirror panels cover the entire wall behind the sinks, and then those paired with this aged wood lining on the walls and the ceiling. Normally mirrors can feel really cold or even sterile, but this feels warm. And I suspect that the mirror here has a little bit of like an amber tint. This is something that you can do when you're ordering a mirror. And then so combining that with the brass fittings and then the golden towels and also the tan brick floor tile. So this bathroom is truly a glow. One of my favorite things is how we can trick our perception of limitation. The wall feels so permanent, so solid, but as soon as you put this kind of expanse of a mirror or even like trompe l'oeil, a mural that's giving you the illusion of like a tunnel to somewhere else or a big field, it can also be accomplished with the wallpaper. It's so easy to trick our perception of space. So the mirror here is great for a small bathroom, and Blain uses it here both for function and for atmosphere really well. It expands the space and then it multiplies the warmth as well. So this is one of my favorite from the collection here. This also feels really unique. This is James Shaw's bathroom, and this one's also using a mirror in a unique way at that tub. At that tub apron. But the effect is very different. So the main thing here is that this space feels both dated and new at the same time. It feels simple. It also feels kind of odd. And I think it's the odd part to me is the color of that mosaic tile. It's like a little dingy, but then you get these illustrations, as he calls them, these little cartoon moments, pixelated cartoon moments, and they really add such a playful element without overwhelming the space. They're really in balance with the rest of the space. My favorite detail is actually the soft pink floating shelves over the sink. So they're inset about 3 inches. They have a mirrored back, also really thoughtful and good use of a mirror. This bathroom really defies easy categorization, and hopefully this will inspire you to trust your gut when you have a fun idea to explore. Now we're moving on to something really different. This is a maximalist space. So this is artist Natasha Mann's bathroom. She designed this bathroom with the floor to ceiling tile in this glossy, dark green blue. It feels deep, it feels watery, it feels mysterious. The ceiling at first look, which we'd only see a glimpse of here, I thought was like a wallpaper that was a photo of a Moroccan inlay, but actually apparently the artist painted it herself, hand painted it herself. So incredible, very beautiful. And then there's the mirrored medicine cabinet. Notice what it's doing here as a reflective surface, bringing this blue-green, a different blue-green from the hall also into the space. So creating layers of color by the reflection. What's making this maximalist space work is the restraint in the vanity and in the toilets. Notice how the vanity is floating and so is the toilet. So at the floor level is very light, is very minimal. And that's a really neat thing. That's viscerally a really comfortable space to be in. When your feet don't have to worry about bumping into things, you feel it in your body, a sense of relaxation. This last bathroom, designed by Marin Montagut, features an elevated bathtub. And for some reason, this is the third elevated bathtub I've seen this week, but I don't think it's a trend. I think I'm just seeing a lot of old bathrooms because a raised tub is a solution for a drain when you can't somehow get under the floor. Sometimes if you're on concrete and you don't want to dig it out, raising it up is a solution, although it can be harder to access when you're older. But I love this sort of drama of it. I love that this bathtub is paneled with wood, maybe cedar, and that this wood also matches the floor, which creates a wonderful visual continuity. The whole thing's surrounded by art. I love that huge tapestry, which apparently is hiding a huge water stain. That's so relatable. I love it. I picked this one because it's an example of imperfection. It's an example of wabi-sabi, something that I love. Wabi-sabi is a Japanese term. It means it's like a mood, a kind of nostalgia for something old, something imperfect. There's a wistfulness. There's a kind of wistful emotion around it. And the age will also appear, as this wood is exposed to the elements, is dripped on, gets exposed to some humidity that will also show this change over time. And then I love the red curtain here. It casts a really beautiful red tone all over the room. This bathroom really reminds us that imperfection and organic patinas create spaces with a lot of soul. As we've seen through these 5 bathrooms, breaking conventional design rules, whether through unexpected color combinations, creative mirror applications, or embracing imperfection, can lead to spaces that feel deeply personal and surprisingly livable. Thanks for joining me for this closer look at thoughtful design. I share more design insights in my Substack newsletter, which you can find linked below. I'll be back in 2 weeks with another exploration of spaces that challenge our assumptions. Until then, I'd love to hear from you which of these bathrooms resonated most with you and why. Until next time.